A generational reset is here, and it's going to vaporize Canadian wealth in real time. It's already started, listings up 48% year over year, and prices falling faster than the Bank of Canada can admit. Forget soft landing. What's coming will gut retirement portfolios, choke equity lines, and turn paid-off houses into ticking liabilities. The victims won't be reckless buyers. They'll be the boomers who thought they'd already won. Canada's richest generation just ran out of exits. Boomers own half the nation's wealth, but they can't cash it out. Their homes are too big, too expensive, and too unsellable. They're sitting on over $1 trillion in paper wealth that no one can afford to buy. In many Canadian markets, homes owned by boomers are sitting over 100 days unsold. That's double the market average. The next Canadian housing crash won't start with foreclosures. It'll start with funerals. 6 million boomers are moving into their 80s. Most refuse to sell, and the few who try can't find buyers. Only 21% of seniors aged 75 to 79 have sold in 5 years. The rest are aging in place, waiting for a market that's already dead. And here's the cruel twist. 3/4 have less than $100,000 saved. That means one medical emergency, one property tax hike, or one furnace replacement could force a panic sale. Their retirement plan is their house. Mortgage renewals are crushing their kids, and home values are trapping their parents. 41% of all Canadian homes belong to owners who can't sell without detonating prices. When those listings finally hit, it won't be a correction. It'll be the wealth extinction of an entire generation. If you own in Hamilton, Burlington, or anywhere in the Greater Toronto area, this isn't background noise. This is the sound of the clock running out. Click the link below and grab the free seller guide or book a call. Because waiting even 1 month in this market can cost you 6 figures. The countdown's already started. You can see it in the open houses with zero traffic and the price reduction stacking every weekend. Buyers have vanished, sellers are trapped, and the banks are quietly tightening the screws. Mortgage renewals are being re-underwritten from scratch, and borrowers who never missed a payment are being told they no longer qualify. Power of sale listings in Ontario have more than doubled in a year. 568,000 Canadian mortgages are renewing in the next 18 months. Payment increases of $800 to $1,200 per month are forcing families who never missed a payment into default. These aren't speculators walking away. They're ordinary families who did everything right until the math stopped working. Behind every new listing is a homeowner watching their retirement vanish month by month. And when the oldest boomers turn 90, those homes will finally hit the market all at once. Canada's 85+ population is set to double by 2046. That's millions of houses about to change hands into a buyer pool that simply doesn't exist. Oxford Economics says 500,000 fewer homes will be needed by 2035 because population growth is slowing. No one planned for this. Not the families, not the lenders, not the politicians who promised the dream would last forever. That's what happens when the wave of sellers grows faster than the wave of buyers. It's not a housing cycle anymore. It's demographic gravity, and gravity always wins. When the market finally breaks, it won't look like a crash on a chart. It'll look like silence, empty driveways, dark windows, listings that sit month after month while the price tags bleed. Boomers are discovering that aging in place isn't free. Property taxes climb every year, insurance premiums jump, repairs pile up. The same roof that sheltered them for 40 years is now a financial time bomb waiting to go off. Reverse mortgage balances have exploded past $8.5 billion in Canada and climbing 18% every year. Seniors are borrowing from their own walls just to survive. Every dollar pulled out of that equity shortens the fuse. Banks call it retirement planning, but it's really debt in disguise. When values fall, there's no cushion left, just interest compounding on desperation. The next stage of this crisis won't be sellers, it'll be heirs. Inheritances are arriving tied to homes that can't sell or refinance. 51% of millennials say they'll need an inheritance to reach their financial goals, but the money they're waiting for is trapped behind locked equity. By the time it reaches them, inflation and taxes will have eaten it alive. A family in Ancaster just inherited their parents' home. 8 months later, it still hasn't sold. They've paid $18,000 in taxes, insurance, and utilities on an empty house they can't afford to keep. And when they finally do sell, the price has dropped another 6%. In the Greater Toronto area, developers are canceling projects. Investors are pulling deposits, and still, thousands of new listings arrive every month from owners who can't hold on. This isn't a market correction anymore. It's a slow-motion liquidation of an entire generation's wealth. The question now isn't whether prices drop. It's who gets out before they drown. And the answer isn't what you think. It won't be the broke borrowers. It'll be the people who thought they were safe. Middle-class families sitting on variable mortgages that reset again this winter. Small landlords whose tenants can't cover the new payments. Retirees who pulled equity for renovations that never added value. The dominoes don't fall from the bottom. They fall from the top. When credit seizes and confidence dies. A couple in Burlington just tried to refinance their $700,000 mortgage. The bank came back with a new appraisal. $620,000, $80,000 of equity gone, and they need to bring $42,000 in cash to close the deal, or walk away from the house they've owned for 9 years. Across Ontario, pre-construction investors are walking from deposits worth $50,000 to $100,000. Half-finished condo towers sit frozen behind orange fencing. Developers are out of credit and lenders are out of patience. A small electrical contractor in Hamilton just lost $380,000 in contracts. 4 condo projects, 12 employees, gone in 60 days. He's 58 years old. He can't retire. He can't rebuild. And the bank just called his line of credit. Vacancy rates in investor condos have doubled in 12 months. What was supposed to be passive income is now costing landlords $3,000 a month. Even the government feels it. Ontario's land transfer tax revenue dropped 23% year over year. That's $1.4 billion in missing revenue. Money that was supposed to fund schools, hospitals, and infrastructure. Pension funds tied to real estate trusts are down 18% in the last 12 months. This isn't fear talking, it's math catching up. For 15 years, Canadians borrowed as if prices could only rise. Now the bill is due, and it's bigger than anyone imagined. The next chapter of this crisis won't be headlines about prices. It'll be headlines about people, forced sales, retirement delays, families breaking under payments they never thought they'd see. The crash isn't coming. It's already here. It's just moving slow enough for people to pretend it's not. The only question left is, what do you do about it? Remember that couple in Burlington, the one losing $80,000 in equity. They waited 6 months. 6 months ago, they could have sold for $740,000. Today, they're bringing $42,000 in cash just to break even. That's what waiting costs. This isn't 1998. It isn't 2008. And it sure as hell isn't 2021. This is a demographic collapse wrapped in a debt crisis. And no stimulus package can print new buyers into existence. If you're sitting on a property you can't afford, the math doesn't care how long you've owned it. The market doesn't owe you your price, and waiting for spring won't save you. Inventory is climbing, rates aren't dropping fast enough, and every new listing weakens the next one. This is the part where timing replaces luck. The sellers who act early survive. The ones who wait become statistics. In Hamilton, homes that sold in 30 days last year are now sitting for 120. Offers have vanished. Buyers are demanding discounts that would have been unthinkable 2 years ago. And that's before the next wave of renewals hits in 2026. You can either ride that wave or get crushed under it. The old playbook doesn't work anymore. List high and negotiate. Buyers are walking. Wait for the right buyer. They're not coming. Spring market bounce. It's not happening. The only thing that matters now is speed and precision. How fast you launch, how sharp you position, how well you control your timeline before the market controls it for you. In this market, survival isn't luck, it's strategy. I've sold through 3 market cycles in Hamilton and the Greater Toronto area. I've seen people lose half their equity because they waited 3 months too long. And I've seen others walk away clean because they acted when everyone else froze. If you want to be in that second group, I built something for you. A free guide that shows you exactly how to price, position, and protect your equity right now. No fluff, no generic advice, just the exact strategy I'm using with sellers who are getting out ahead of this. Click the link below, download it, and let's get you positioned before the next wave hits. Because when the flood of boomer listings arrives, it won't be a buyer's market. It'll be a liquidation event, and you don't want to be part of that.